Hi everyone, it's Jalila, and in today's video I'm doing a full apartment reset, spring edition. I cleaned out my closets, cabinets, fridge, pantry. I deep cleaned the kitchen, the den, my bedroom, the living room, and I did my laundry. So this was a very thorough clean. It actually took about 3 days. So without further ado, let me motivate you. Let's clean this whole place up and let's do it together. Okay, so on day one, I started in the kitchen just so that I could get the base of the place cleaned up and then I can get into the deep cleaning. I feel like I can't think when my place is a mess, and that usually starts in the kitchen. And guys, I had to get my AirPods out for this one and put a show on and music because it was gonna take me a while, and I knew it. Like, the state that my fridge was in, I honestly don't get it. Like, I was showing my friend these clips before editing, trying to decide whether or not I wanted to post this. Like, this is so embarrassing. It's giving frat boy fridge, like, and that's even insulting to the frat boys at this point. But honestly, no, I feel like with a condo-sized fridge, I've said it before, things just get messy so quickly, and that's exactly what happened. All that to say that we came to the conclusion that it is okay to post this. I mean, probably, even though it is embarrassing, just because of the size of my fridge. Oh, and the last time that I filmed one of these, I remember I ended up doing the dishes before cleaning out the fridge, so then I had to do the dishes twice once I got the Tupperwares out. So this time I remembered, listen, let me not do that again and start with the fridge. So I only had to do my dishes once. So now at this point, as you can tell, the fridge is looking pretty bare, but I timed this perfectly with my weekly grocery shopping. So then right after I finished cleaning, I just went to Costco, Walmart, and restocked it all. So don't worry, it doesn't look crazy for too long. And after finishing up on the fridge, I got to work on those dishes, which, as you can tell, like 90% of the dishes are Tupperwares because of all the leftovers we had. And yes, I do rinse my dishes before putting them in the dishwasher. I feel like I don't really trust my dishwasher to get all the food that's stuck off of it. Maybe one day I will try without rinsing them because it is a new dishwasher, so you never know, like it might just work. But for me, for now, I just prefer to rinse them. Mind you, I packed this dishwasher so full that I had to hand wash some of them at the end. So I hand dried everything and then I put it away. My counters were also looking a little insane after I finished cleaning out the fridge, but it's nothing a little pink stuff in a rag can't fix. Something that also caught my eye were those like little fan filters under the microwave. I noticed that they started to get a little brown, and I saw someone on TikTok say that you could put like warm water and dish soap together and let them soak in there and then kind of just wipe them off very gently. So I tried that. I let it sit for a little bit. And okay, I also made pasta a couple days before this, mind you, without missing. Every single time I make pasta, my pot overflows. I end up burning the stovetop. Maybe I'm putting too much water. I'm not 100% sure why this keeps happening. It could be either my pot or I'm just putting too much water in there. But if you guys have any ideas at all as to why this is happening every single time, please let me know. So these are the end results after I let them sit in there for maybe like 15 minutes. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any other ideas on how to clean those fan filters, I will also gladly take those. I started cleaning at around 11 a.m. I think, and I had to dead stop at like 2:30 p.m. because I had an appointment. So at this point, I'm rushing through this. I don't know if you guys can tell. Also, this apron I'm wearing is from Anthropologie. I have mentioned it before. I don't think I would ever repurchase it in white though, because I've spilled like turmeric on it once. It's not coming off. So it's deeply stained. I am still gonna keep wearing it though. I think it's super cute. It's just, you know, ignore those stains. I feel like the theme for this spring is like strawberries and berries, and I'm really leaning into it, like the pinks and the reds. So I have these little strawberry towels that I put out. So I saw this TikTok of this girl making these towel bows using 2 kitchen towels, and I have been abusing that ever since I saw it. And then I got these cute salt and pepper shakers from the dollar store the other day. It was perfect for the theme. And that's all I got done on day 1, but day 2 is really where I did most of the work. So I had to start my day off with a coffee. And disclaimer, side note, I'm watching this back and this outfit needs to be burned down. Like, this is not what I look like in person. This outfit's gotta go. I don't know what I was thinking when I put this together. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, I went to Costco the day before, right after I finished cleaning, and I got some groceries, as well as I found this little like organization thing, and I was thinking it would go perfectly under the sink. I didn't really measure it or anything because I didn't have it in mind that I was gonna get something that day. This section under my sink was basically just used as like my dumping grounds. Like, I would put whatever cleaning products, oils, potatoes, onions, all just in there. And that's really the only storage space I have to put those kind of things. So I did my best with what I had, but this little caddy thing really just saved my life. Like, it is so much better now. I love that I can pull things out and just see everything and I don't have to struggle to access it. It's also so random that I just happened to find the perfect size caddy. Like, I'm so happy about that. Okay, now this next part might be something that I regret showing the internet later, and it is my pantry. I am so embarrassed about this. It is probably the worst part of my house right now, maybe aside from like my closet. It is such a mess, and I don't want to use that excuse again, but it is because I have no space. Okay, I am really working with what I have and I'm trying to make it work, but like that's really the only pantry space that we have in this house. And yes, I've never shown this on the internet, but because it's spring cleaning, I was thinking to myself, you know what, let's just get it over with and let's get it done. And I actually didn't even end up throwing out anything really. Like, I just basically reorganized it, and I did a lot of baking last month, so all the baking stuff that I know I'm probably not going to use this month, I put above the fridge, like somewhere where I don't really reach for that often. Now for the living room, I always start off by removing everything off the couches and vacuuming it. I also use like this little crevice tool on my Dyson to go in between the couch cushions and just get everything out. And then for the rug, I tried to do like the slow vacuuming method where it's supposed to get a lot more of the dust out of it. I feel like it worked pretty well. Like, I was getting a good amount of dust out of that rug. Also, I'm watching this footage back and I'm realizing how bare this wall is looking in the living room. I do really want to put something up there. I just don't know what yet. I've had a couple of ideas over the past few months and I'm still kind of debating which one I'm going to go for. I might just go for like paintings and keep it kind of simple, or I might do this accent wall molding thingy that I was thinking of. So yeah, hopefully it won't stay bare for too long, but let's see. This is basically our activity / catch-all basket. Like, my whole car key is in there. So I reorganized it and put it right under the TV where it goes. And then at this point, I'm like looking at the furnace filter grate and it looked so dusty. So I got my duster out and I started taking all the dust out of that. And I don't know if it's because I live in a newer building and the construction dust just gets everywhere, but I've started to dust it pretty regularly and it's so satisfying. Like, just look at how dusty this got. Now for the den, I am currently redecorating this room and I'm actually filming it for YouTube, so it's not fully finished yet, but so far I'm loving it. Like, I just added this desk where I can do my work and I can get ready at, and I also just received this chair, so it's all really starting to come together. Now the only thing that's very much still a mess most of the time is this PAX closet situation. This is basically like my getting ready room, so all of my makeup, my perfumes, my lotion, everything that I would need to get ready is in here. I'm always getting ready in a rush for some reason. I am trying to work on that, but I end up throwing things on the ground. I end up putting things in random drawers, so it gets messy very quickly. But I love this space. Like, this is really my me space. I can do whatever I want in here. Like, it feels so girly, and this is exactly what I dreamed of whenever I dreamed of, you know, moving out and having my own space. It was always this one room where I'd get ready, something for me. So this was exactly what I wanted. And just looking at like all these butterfly and flowery earrings and jewelry, I am getting so excited for the summer, but I really just need to start making myself feel like it is warmer outside because Toronto has been dragging it with this weather this year. I feel like the winter just doesn't do it for me when it comes to accessorize, but in the summer it's just so easy to throw on like a bunch of jewelry and the outfit is automatically elevated. This next drawer is what I call my junk drawer for the packs. Like, it's basically just whatever I dump in there, and I do need a better system. I am working on it. Like, I literally found 2 Tunisian dinars. That's how much of a junk drawer this is. Like, again, how messy am I? Why are all my clothes in the section where I put my purses? Anyway, I moved those out of there and then I decided to put my purses back how they were. I love having them on display. It makes it so easy to just go in and pick whichever one. It also looks great. It kind of just adds on to my like PAX fantasy. Now for the clothes, I basically just wanted to get in there and remove everything that was out of season and keep all of my pinks and whites and all of my spring summer colors out and displayed. Now this is when I remembered that I needed to start another load of laundry if I wanted to be done before the end of the year. So here's my little laundry intermission break. Mind you, I had been doing laundry since the day before, okay? And a couple hours before, when I put in a load, the detergent fell off of where it was. It was on top of the dryer. It fell off on the ground and broke the lid. So now I just don't have a lid. I was thinking, okay, this is my chance to put it in a glass container, something aesthetically pleasing. You know how they have it with like the dispenser? That's exactly what I wanted to do. But then I'm like, okay, if the plastic one fell off of the dryer, why would I put a glass one? So I'm still kind of debating. Yes, my detergent is still sitting like in that broken container. I do need to figure it out. So if you guys have any ideas of where to put this detergent, let me know. This is what the packs look like at the end. I was so happy with the results. Like, I really wanted to channel the pinks and the whites, like I said, and I feel like it did give that. that. Also, going through all of this stuff made me realize how nice it feels to have space again. Like, my closets were basically full because of the winter clothes, and that actually leads me to the next room that I worked on, which was my bedroom. This was the state of the room, and I was stressed. Like, it was 5:30 p.m. already. Can you believe I did all of that on day 2? But anyway, I got to it and I got it done, okay? I had a system. I had like my clean clothes from the laundry that I had been doing all day folded on one side, and then on the other side I was pulling things out, and as I'm pulling them out, I'm either putting them on one side to get hung up, or I'm folding them and putting them in the pile of where it's gonna go in the closet. This closet is mainly my husband's stuff because I have the packs, but we do share this too. So I kind of have our stuff on one side each, and we have our suitcases under the bed with all of our summer clothes in there, so that helps with space. And then I started making a pile of things that I know I'm not going to wear until next year, so things I'm going to put in storage or bring to my parents' house. This clean took about 8 hours, I would say, but it was so worth it and it was so satisfying. Like, I love a good deep clean, and I especially love a good like seasonal deep clean where you're getting excited for the new season ahead. Like, the reason why I decided to do this actually was because I was trying to get a coat out of my front entryway closet, and my doors were literally breaking off. Like, they were actually not opening because it was so packed, and I'm like, oh my god, why do I have all these coats in here? It's like almost 5 to 10 degrees every day now, so no need to do all this. And it kind of just inspired the whole clean, and I'm just so happy that I did it. Like, the results are so nice at the end. Like, I love that it's color coordinated and it looks satisfying. It feels good. Like, this was a 10 out of 10. And that's really all I did for day 2. And it was a lot, don't get me wrong, but I still had some more to do for day 3. So on day 3, I woke up bright and early because I only had like 2.5 to 3 hours to get it all done. So I said, let me get on my Zoom and wake up at 7 and just get this dealt with. I started off with stripping the bed and putting the sheets in the laundry. I do have a second set of sheets, so I wasn't worried about them drying or being washed on time. And as you guys can see, it is a teeny tiny apartment, so most of our storage is actually under this bed. It is currently a mess, but let's make that better. I have like literally suitcases, paper towels, sheets, cups, blanket. It's legit a full-on storage unit, and it is so useful. Like, I just stuff everything in there. I actually got it on Amazon. It's not sponsored, but I can link it down below. But yeah, if you live in a small apartment, I feel like this bed is a game changer. And no, I'm not just showing you a random hole on my wall right now, okay? I want to explain something. I got these sconces that I wanted to put up on either side of the bed, and I talked about this in a couple of videos ago. But first, I realized, okay, I wanted to see where the nightstands would be before making the holes in the wall. And then after a few weeks of just shopping around for nightstands, I kind of gave up, and I was like, I want these sconces up now because they're just kind of sitting around. And guys, guess what? It's a concrete wall. That means I need a drill and a special kind of concrete bit for the drill, and I don't have either of those. So I have basically half a hole in my wall until we decide to go buy a drill. But as we speak, our friend is bringing us a drill. I'll just have to go buy the bit for it, but hopefully those lights will be up this week. Let's see. And I'm now realizing as well that it's probably going to be the same thing for the wall in my living room, because I also think that's a concrete wall. So basically, I'm glad that I got that figured out before I put holes everywhere with the wrong tools. And as you can see here, I'm essentially just going over and doing all the finishing touches. One thing that I thought about, because it's spring again, not trying to overkill it, but because it's spring, I wanted to actually just dust all of my baseboards. I feel like a lot of people paint them over in the spring, but I didn't really feel the need to do that because it is a newer unit. So I kind of just took the duster to the baseboard, and then obviously I'm going to go over it with the vacuum and the mop after. Just a little bit of added pizzazz. My white load is finally done and it's time to fold it, but I wanted to put in more laundry to finally finish it all off. I feel like I lied earlier and I said the end of my laundry. No, I had more to go, but I am almost there, okay? We are approaching the end of this reset, and I just want to say that I know it took 3 days, and that sounds like a lot, but I did stagger it a bunch. And we also have to consider that filming anything for YouTube just takes so long. Like, realistically, I think this probably would have taken about a day if I didn't film it. That being said, I hope this motivates you to take a day out of your week or your month to take some time and just do things you've been putting off. Like, spring cleaning doesn't just mean cleaning your house, it also could mean cleaning your mind if that's what you've also been putting off. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. spring. I mean, it's not done yet, but you'll see the final results very soon. I do want to say that I started doing YouTube in about mid-February, and the response has just been so amazing so far. Like, I feel like I've found a real community, and I'm just so happy about it. So thank you guys. And I also want to say I have so much more coming. Like, I'm just slowly working on catching up and editing and finding a rhythm for all of this. Guys, just watching this back right now, I'm like so happy that I did this. The place is so clean. Now, a reset is never truly done without lighting a candle and getting it smelling good in there. I feel like this pink candle I had was super fitting for spring. Like, it smells like strawberries and all. And finally, what we have all been waiting for, the final results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again for watching. And if you'd like to see more of these kinds of videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.